I just realized something, right? These so-called spiritual leaders, these people ain't in it for the people. They pushing propaganda. That's what they mean by pushing P. All that pushing P, they pushing that propaganda. And what's the propaganda? You know, I ain't got to tell you. They're not risking their life for their people. They want to be famous. That's why they're using this spirituality shit. These people just want to be famous. They're not risking their lives going out on the front line with the truth. They're going out on platforms having interviews because they want to be politicians one day. And if you want to be a politician in this climate, in this economic state, and you're not moving like how Malcolm X and Martin Luther was moving, when they only had who was funding them, the neighborhoods, the locals, and they was actually campaigning door to door with locals, working with them. If that's not how you're moving, then you're not moving for your people. You're just moving for fame, and you're just moving for the money, like 19 Keys in them, right? The 19 Keys of the spiritual community, they just in it for the fame. That's why they able to get so high so fast. I'm not saying they should stop what they're doing. I'll never tell anybody to stop what they're doing. What I tell y'all is to live, and don't let these people tell you how. Live how you dream. And I was also thinking, when I got up today, I think I got up on the wrong side of the bed, right? Because I was thinking, if I remember my dreams and they're clear as day, those are the dreams that I'm living. If I don't remember the dream and it's all over the place, then that might be a nightmare that I don't need to worry about. That is nothing that has anything to do with me, and I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna try to think about it. I'm not gonna try to remember it. It's gonna play itself out the way that it's supposed to play itself out, because everything happens for a reason, and nothing happens outside of coincidence. And there is no such thing as a coincidence. And I don't do this for fame. Maybe that's why it's taking me longer, right? Because I know what it takes to be famous, and I know what it takes for quick money, and I know what it takes to be rich real quick, right? But I've worked under CEOs that took their time to become rich. They didn't care about being famous, right? And we all know you got to get the money, then you get the power, and then you get the fame, right? But people that have the fame and the power, they look like they have the money, but they don't. What they have is a powerful machine backing them, and the machine is designed to keep you distracted and uninterested in how the machine works, and only interested in what the machine produces, right? So if the machine produces something that looks good, something that looks shiny, something that looks appealing, something that looks attainable, right? People are going to be infatuated by it. People are going to want to get it. People are going to want to be entertained by it. People are going to want to be influenced by it. People are going to want to reach out and get it. And then when they reach out and get it, they realize it's like that banana in one hole and the piece of gold in the other hole, and the monkey's hungry. But the monkey goes after the shiny object and gets his hand caught in the hole. So you get your hand caught, you get caught up, right? And then when you get caught up, there's no way for you to get out. The only way for you to get out is for you to literally sacrifice everything, including yourself, because there's certain, I'm trying to find ways to articulate it without getting shadow banned and getting the message lost in the algorithm, right? But when you make a deal, depending on who you make that deal with, it's going to cost you more than you physically can pay. So that's what I'll just put that right there. And like I said, I don't do this for fame, right? Like Dane Calloway don't do this for fame, right? I seen him take his own money and put it in to all the stuff that he's doing now today that I felt like people been caught on, right? Because ever since I started watching his growth, ever since I started watching his podcast, his research and the truth that he brings to the people, those are the type of people that, even in the beginning, I was echoing their names and I was saying, these are the type of people that y'all should be listening to, right? I'm a small voice, but I'm playing my part in this whole thing, right? Whatever little part, whatever that part may be, I'm making sure I play my part to the best that I could. I'm doing the best that I could on my end, right? While everybody else is doing the best that they could on their end. But we also have to be vigilant and be able to discern between propaganda, prophecy, and that all deals with this politics, this political climate, and it all deals with everything that's going on, right? Just like you're gonna have your major label implants, you're gonna have your major spiritual implants, you're gonna have your political implants, and you're gonna have your local implants. You have to be able to be so clairvoyant in your own personal knowing in order for you to be able to discern between what is for you, what's not for you, what's true, what's not true, what's just propaganda, and what's just, sweet talk, right? Don't be honeypotted into another election. Don't be honeypotted into another con and just being moved by emotions, right? I understand everybody wants to go to the time where we had dude in the office and he made everybody feel so cool. He was so, charismatic, but he didn't really do anything for anybody, right? He did a lot for himself and he did a lot for the political party. And we allowed him to, right? Because we like to be belittled into doing what we perceive to be what's right. We like to be sweet talked into giving up everything that's worth more than physical or outworldly wealth, right? We like to be manipulated, right? As long as it's a good manipulation, as long as it's a good lie, as long as you sound good and you sound sweet and it all sounds sweet, right? You know how you say it sounds good, right? As long as it sounds good to us, we used to just go along with it. But now things don't sound good because now you know how to discern between that person's frequency, right? And what type of timing they on. No matter how good they sound, no matter how proper they speak, no matter how they articulate themselves or enunciate their words, you're able to discern with your heart now. So we ain't gonna be falling for none of those sweet lies, the kind you don't really wanna believe in. But when your heart is broken, you're feeling down and you're weak in the knees, you fall for one of them sweet lies, the kind you don't really want to believe in. Yeah, so we ain't falling for no more sweet lies. Because everybody that's famous, they always let you know, I'm just like you. They always let you know. I just didn't stop. I just didn't quit, right? Because when you do it for fame, it's very short-lived. But when you do it for the longevity, And you do it with a purpose. And you do it with the Most High. You do it with your spirit team. You do it with your angels on your side. And you do it with your head held high. Well, you become demnified. You become deified. But after you let the flesh go and let your little light shine.